This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Okay, good morning everyone. Shalom Aleichem, Bruchim Haba. We're continuing in Mishna Berura Daf Hashavua. We begin Siman Chavtes. Siman Chavtes is called Ubay Sif Echad. We have one sif over here. Sif Aleph. Ein levarich shum bracha k'shachol tefillin. We don't make any bracha when you remove tefillin. Afilu k'shacholtzam erev Shabbos ben hashmashos. Even when you remove them erev Shabbos in twilight. Now, why would I think you do make a bracha? Says Mishna Berura, Sif Katan Aleph Parsha Afuke mimai de amrinan divnei ma'arava hayu mavarchin asher kedeshanu b'mitzvah v'tzivanu lishmar chukav. To exclude the shita in the Gemara Nida Daf Nun Aleph from the base that the Bnei Ma'arava would make a bracha asher kedeshanu b'mitzvah v'tzivanu lishmar chukav. After they took off tefillin at night, basadim sagi tefillin b'layla, shehim hayu soivrim, they held the laila lavzman tefillin, that the night is categorically excluded from the mitzvah of tefillin. V'nafkel huza mikra, they learned this from the pasuk of divishamarta sachuka hazois lamayada miyamim yamima. You should guard this statute at its time, day to day, which they darshan yamim v'layleilos. So for them, since laila is man tefillin, so the mitzvah has ended fundamentally. So they made a mitzvah, they made a bracha. By the way, we had earlier that even though we don't hold that way, we do take it into account. For instance, on Rosh Chodesh, there is an opinion that you should remove the tefillin when you say Yiratzim Ofanecha Hashem Elokeinu V'Lekei Avoseinu Shenishmar Chukecha Ba'olam Hazeh, and remove the tefillin. At least under those circumstances, you'll be fulfilling the shita of the Bnei Ma'arava. But we hold the Svirlan, the Haikra Asi Inyan Achik Gemara. We use that pasuk for something else. V'layla Kamalan Disman Tefillin Hu, and we hold that really at night it is a zman of tefillin. Achein Hanicham Lecharchila Degazu Shama Yisham Nehem V'Yafiach. But you should not put them on Lecharchila because there's a gzeira. You might pass gas. Hilkach Ein Levarich. Therefore, we don't make a bracha. He brings in the Dirshu in the name of the Shalomesha V'Yoshal Halevi Natan Zan that if you're mesupuk about the Zman of Laila, then possibly you're allowed to put on tefillin, because be'etzem tefillin is Laila is a Zman tefillin. It's just there's a Gzera D'Rabbanan, and we'll get to that more in Siman Lamed. Bein hashmashos, even Friday bein hashmashos. Perush, after Kamlan Shabbos Yom Tov Lavzman Tefillin, even though we hold that Shabbos Yom Tov is not a time of Tefillin, Shiur tzal anichanaz l'shem mitzvah, and if you want to put it on then for the sake of a mitzvah, over al bal toisef, you're over on bal toisef mikamakam kivan shemenichan alav b'li kavana. Since if you put it on without kavana l'shem mitzvah, ein bazeh iser min haTorah m'divrei sofrim. If somebody were to put on tefillin on Shabbos or Yom Tov without kavana, it's not an Isser D'Oraisa, only midrabanan. Why? Mishum gzeiro shama yetzayim l'shusarab, unless you go out and carry. V'yesh cholkin gam al zeh. Some even argue on this. Kamay shivar lekaman b'simin lamed aleph. Lefikach lo shayach bracha al zeh. Therefore, you can't make a bracha. You can't say, I'm making a bracha, the mitzvah is over. It's not over. No, but you're now to put it on Shabbos and Yom Tov. Not an Isser D'Oraisa. Oh, it's Isser D'Rabbanan. No, it's not borrow that it's an Isser D'Rabbanan. Lefikach lo shayach bracha al zeh kiven shebechalitzas atfilim mitzad atzma ein ba mitzvah. In other words, why would you make a bracha when the mitzvah is over? The answer is you're not making a bracha on the conclusion of the mitzvah. You're making a bracha on the mitzvah of taking off the tefillin. There's a mitzvah to take off tefillin. What's the mitzvah of taking off tefillin? Laila lavs man tefillin. Oh no, but we hold Laila. It was man tefillah. Okay, but at least Shabbos lavs man tefillah. Not midairaisa. Midairaisa it says man tefillin. Yeah, but midrabanan. No, it's not boror. If it was boror that it would be usher to wear tefillin on Shabbos, then maybe you could say Asher kedeshanu b'mitzvaysav and make a bracha on a drabanan. But it's not even boror that it's drabanan. And there, since we only remove it because of a drabanan, a possible drabanan, we don't make a bracha. So that is Siman Chaf Tess. Okay, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do one more day because this was under 5 minutes. Okay. What about an oinen? Should an oinen make a bracha? They weren't masaking a bracha for an oinen because anyway, an oinen is pater from mitzvah. So once he's an oinen, he doesn't have. What you want to say? An oinen has the mitzvah of taking off tefillin. I don't know if it's a mitzvah. He's pater min mitzvahs. It would be incongruous probably for the oinen to make a bracha. But it's a good shaila. No? Okay. Let's see Siman Lamed.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.